Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc-Free-Formula. My name's Freedom, thank you for joining me. Today's episode is about why does the narcissist say that I left them? So this video is for anyone who has had to escape or leave the narcissist. Some people this will not apply for obviously. If the narcissist discarded you outright, then this video will not apply. But for those of you who were forced, and covert narcissists in particular will do this kind of underhanded forcing your hand, making you be in a situation where you have to leave. You don't have the option to stay. I can talk to this personally. This is something that I experienced, and there are, I think it's four. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 reasons that I listed. 4 reasons why the narcissist does this, and you'll be surprised. It's kind of interesting. So the first thing is they say it that you left them. They say it for the narrative, right? So you got to remember, regardless of what's going on with you, in their reality, they are playing a character. So that character that they're playing is one of the victim, right? The hard done by man, or woman, but in this case, man. So in my instance, like I said, my next gets to pretend that he's loyal, that he's faithful and that he works so hard on his relationships, and he gave everything to me. That's what he tells everyone who will listen. But I left him because, I just was never happy, wasn't able to be satisfied, always wanted more. Nothing was good enough. But in actuality, the truth of the matter is, that like a lot of narcissistic abusive relationships, I was doing my utmost to keep someone happy who was never, ever actually happy. So that it's like projection. They literally project what's actually going on onto you so that, they're not happy. So they say you're not happy. So what they do is they force your hand, whether it's through abuse, violence, cheating, whatever it is, that they know you will leave them over. If they do that, knowing you're going to leave them, then obviously they want you to leave them. So then, like I said, then they get to keep this narrative going, this false construct that they've created of who they are. It's not who they are. It's an illusion. It's, like I said, it's a character. It's like a role that they're playing, but it works, because let's think about it logically. He's going to get sympathy fuel from all those people who are like, oh, mate, you are so hard done by. You are such a good bloke and you deserve so much better and you will find better, or when he's with the new supplier, that just leads me straight into point number 2. So they say it, that you left them for the new supply. So they actually say that to the new supply that you left them because, let's face it, if the new supply knew that that he had left you after X amount of years to be with them, someone they'd known for 3 weeks, the new supply might be thinking, well, that's a bit strange. That's not normal. But if he can say, like, I'm a loyal man and I'm a family man and, my wife's left me and she's never coming back and I'm so lonely and I need you, please fill me up and make me whole again. Please love me like I've always just wanted to be loved, but no one ever could love me like you can. Blah, 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 blah. All of that's the narrative, that he's spinning. That's the story that he's telling everyone, and it works. Fuel coming from everyone, from the new supply, from anyone who hears the pathetic story about how hard done by he is and how you left him. All right. Point number 3, narcissists will say that you left them because they take no accountability or responsibility for any of their behaviour. None of their bad behaviour. The only stuff they ever take accountability and responsibility, they never take accountability. The only thing they take responsibility over is things that are good. So all things that are good, they'll take that. But if it's it's them doing something wrong, they're not going to take that. They don't take accountability or responsibility for anything. So therefore, this must be your fault. It absolutely must be your fault. Because who else's fault is it? You know, that's the way they think. Which leads me to my final point. The narcissists say that you left them, right, for you. Right? They're saying it for you so that you're confused and you're thinking, maybe I misread things. Maybe he really does love me. Maybe he screwed someone else because he really loves me. You know, but the thing is, it actually does work. People do get that little seed of doubt in their minds. Maybe maybe it was me. Maybe I didn't do this, or maybe I wanted too much, or maybe whatever. Right, so they say it for you so that they can get fuel from your confusion, fuel from the conversations that you're going to have where you're like, do you really love me? Did you really love me? I still love you. Like, know that I love you. I didn't leave you because I don't love you. This is the kind of thing, like I said, that fuels a narcissist. They love those kind of conversations, and it gives them a foot in the back door. So when you're in this kind of confused state, thinking, oh, he abused me or he slept with someone else, but it was me that left him. Maybe that's just his weird way of showing love, or maybe he was just never shown love. It keeps their foot in the back door so that they can, later on down the track, double back around, and see if they can get you to take them back. It's all just fun and games for a narcissist. Seriously, when we are in it, we get so confused, we get so hurt, we spend and waste so much time trying to figure these people out. But at the end of the day, it's just a game to them. They go where the energy goes. They go wherever, like I always say this, the path of least resistance. Whatever is easiest is where you'll find the narcissist. If there's fuel this way, but fuel a little bit further down the track that way, they're going to go this way. Why would they walk a little bit further down the track for fuel when there's fuel right here? So don't get caught up with their trickiness and their lies. This particular bit, the narcissist saying that you left them, that is a classic example of narcissistic projection. So whatever they're saying about you is what they did to you. Right, so just remember that. So when they're saying that you abused them, that you neglected them, that you did X, Y, Z, they're telling you the truth about what they actually did to you. All right, and if you were forced to leave them, and if you did leave, with this kind of heaviness in your heart and being unsure about it, just know in time you will realize just how lucky you were to actually escape. And I say this, from personal experience. Like when I left, I still didn't have a label. I still didn't know what he was and what was really going on. All I knew was that going on his behavior and what he was doing, none of that was a sign of love. The other thing is, at any point in the, relationship, he could have stopped those things, so I kept trying. I kept telling him that this behavior, XYZ, is a problem, and he kept doing it. So for him to now turn around and say that, that I left him and that he's such a loyal man and he tried so hard to make me happy, it's just a blatant lie. I mean, it really is a blatant lie. At any point, he could have changed his behavior. I mean, if someone says to you, if you keep doing X, Y, and Z, I'm going to leave you, right, hear me out. Wouldn't you stop doing X, Y, and Z? I mean, if they've literally sat you down and said, I cannot put up with this anymore, this X, Y, and Z, right? So I'm a smart person. So when he kept doing X, Y, Z, that to me is a sign that, he doesn't take the relationship seriously. He doesn't care about it. And, that I had to get away. And I did have to get away because all those things were true. He didn't care about it. He doesn't care about anyone. Narcissists don't care about anyone but themselves, lovelies. Once you get that through your head, that's a really good starting point at the very least. If you can just get that through their head, right? They don't care about you. They never did. They never will. They don't care about anyone but themselves. All right, lovelies, thanks for watching. I'll link some more videos here if you're interested in more videos about narcissistic abuse. And also like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Lots of people viewing. People forget to like the video. Like the video. It helps me in the algorithm. It tells other people about my channel. So do that. All right. Thank you. Bye.